This is a download from BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good morning, this is Frida Liu, It's Open for Business. We're speaking to two more finalists from the Alliance Bank SME Innovation Challenge. And we have here today Azrina Naimuddin from Viva Queen Bee and Erwin Soon from BuildEasy. BuildEasy have been on air with us before. So congratulations to two of you for getting in there. So what I normally do is we'll talk to one business at a time. I haven't decided who I want to talk to first, but I think do the girly thing. I haven't talked about Viva Queen Bee. Azrina, tell me about your business.
Hi, Frida. Okay, my business, vivaqueenbee.com, is actually an online shop for personal care and toiletries, cosmetics that are free from harmful ingredients and also Muslim-friendly. It's pretty much either halal or vegetarian. And we have multiple brands from around the world.
Okay, so I understand your background is actually in cosmetics as well.
Yes,
Okay.
I was working in personal care industry for the past 15 years before I quit. Yes.
And what did you see the gap that that caused you to start this business?
There were two gaps that I noticed. First of all is that there isn't really a shop anywhere in the world where that really caters to the Muslim. That means
One-stop shop.
yeah, like a one-stop shop for personal care and cosmetics. So pretty much it means that everything that if you go in, you don't have to read the labels or ingredients, and you know exactly this is good for me, this is halal, it's something that I can use as a Muslim. Because maybe in Malaysia we take it for granted that a lot of things are halal, but especially when I was travelling, a lot of the products abroad actually use animal derived ingredients. So, and I'm lucky that I have the background in biomedical science as well, so I can read the label. So I know like glycerin actually means a fat that can come from animal, but if you don't have that kind of knowledge, then you wouldn't know what glycerin means. So then it's a bit difficult for Muslims to actually shop for products, especially knowing now that a lot of these products can be absorbed into the body. So it makes it even more for Muslim to know that what are the ingredients inside there. So that was the first gap that I saw. Then the second one is of course this whole awareness now that a lot of the ingredients also can cause cancer. So that's also what I wanted to introduce in my shop, that everything you buy really gives you peace of mind because it's really wholesome for you. It has none of those harmful chemicals, and also for Muslim it gives an added benefit of it being good for them.
Okay, so this was started in March this year. So the products that you have, right? Where do you source them from? I understand there are about 20 brands that you carry.
Yes, currently when we first started in March, it was just about 5 brands, and then Alhamdulillah it has moved on to about 20 plus from around the world. So if the brands are in Malaysia, then we just source it locally. But so there are a few homemade brands as well from the local small businesses, and we do have some big brands from abroad that we actually source directly based on requests from our customers.
Okay, so and if you talk about the price range of your products, what would that be?
Anywhere from the cheapest would be RM4, that's a travel size shampoo, up to a few 300 plus for a skin cream.
Okay,
face cream.
and what's the most popular?
The most popular is actually our nail polish, the halal nail polish, which you have right now.
Which I've tried on. I like the
tried
purple one. Okay.
So yes, that's pretty much that's the most popular because the product is halal, means that it's one of the brand from Canada is actually certified halal. Means it's also wudu friendly. Means that you don't actually have to peel it off before you
Pray.
take ablution, and also it's free from harmful ingredients. That makes it even safe for pregnant ladies because it's really safe. Nothing that can cause you harm, and also it's peelable, so it's very convenient. You just change your mind about a color.
I decided to change my outfit.
Yes, ladies just cannot make up their mind sometimes, so they just peel it off. You can just peel it off, wash it off with water.
So we can go on and on talking about girlish products. Okay, so and also and do you, what is this Be Good initiative that you have?
Okay, so there's a new initiative that we are introducing at the shop because our tagline at vivaqueenbee.com is shop with peace of mind. So we would like you to shop with peace of mind about the products that is good and wholesome for you, but we want to take it one step further where you can use shop with peace of mind knowing that the product will also help somebody in the community, some underprivileged, someone that that's underprivileged. So it gives you an added level of peace of mind when you shop with us. So one of the initiatives that we have is that to help to match a certain product with the underprivileged community that may help benefit that community. And what consumers do is that when they purchase that product, a percentage will be donated to the particular charity.
Okay, and so far your customers is all online. Customers are mostly from Malaysia.
Mostly from Malaysia, but the good thing that we found out is that we also appeal to a lot of international customers. We've got obviously from our neighbours, Bruneians and Singaporean, help with the fact that their currency is really strong, and we also,
our ringgit is really weak.
Okay, yeah, I'm like trying to be politically correct. So, and also we have from India, we have as far away from US, from Australia, of course from the Middle East as well.
Okay, Erwin, tell us about BuildEasy. You've been on air before. Well, so what? How did you get into this business?
All right, good morning. It's good to be here again. Basically, BuildEasy provides an online solution to home design and renovation. What we do on our website, webuildeasy.com, is we provide design templates which are completely free online that customers can pick and choose from.
Okay.
We also have an end-to-end service. So we actually manage the entire project management phase of the project with a service guarantee and a 3-year warranty. So essentially what we're trying to say is the renovation journey can be convenient, transparent, and still affordable.
Okay, so and you chanced upon, or you got into this business because you were in property.
Correct.
yourself.
I was actually a real estate negotiator for the last 4 years. And two things that I commonly see is that even for first-time home buyers, they don't know where to turn to when it comes to renovation. So they'll always ask the property agent, hey, recommend me a contractor. And it's not easy to find a contractor out there. The other would be investors or foreign investors who come to Malaysia. They don't know the local market. So once again, they'll turn to you to say, hey, recommend me a contractor. But there really isn't a reliable contractor around.
Okay, so you actually do this. You project manage this.
Correct. As a team, we are actually as well as ourselves project managers. So we actually do the project management side of it.
Okay, so there's how many of you in the office?
Our team is 13 strong at the moment. It's a good mix between consultants, project managers, interior designers, as well as our CTO.
So then we deal with you directly, and you work with whoever the workers may be, whoever the builders may be.
Correct. So essentially what we're saying is that you do not have to deal directly with the interior designers. The templates are already online for you to customize from. And for the next part, you don't have to micromanage the entire process.
Yeah.
We let us be the intermediary to handle everything for you, from subcons to suppliers.
Okay, so you also have a 3-year warranty. How do you ensure? What does this warranty cover?
All right, yeah, so for our 3-year warranty, it's basically back-to-back agreements from our suppliers and vendors who we just pass on to the consumers. Essentially, this warranty covers any defects that has happened that is no fault of the customer at all. So this would include manufacturer defects on items like furniture, curtains, maybe even your built-ins. When saying that, even if it does not cover under our warranty, BuildEasy listens. If there's any issues that we can help you resolve, rest assured we will do our best.
Would you work with the likes of Recommend, who's also on the finalist?
Right. We've actually spoken about that, but for us, because we actually curate our entire vendors and suppliers, so it is a very strict process where we actually curate who is on our panel, and they also have to follow our strict SOPs.
And in terms of the design and all that, you say there's a template, so people don't have to pay for the design.
Absolutely. The designs are all entirely free.
So who's the ID behind it?
We have an internal team of interior designers, super talented people, who are constantly churning out new designs, different themes, different price ranges to cater to the whole mass market.
Okay, so this is when you talk about your target market, it's largely new home buyers. Who is your target market?
Absolutely. Essentially, what we're targeting is homeowners who value convenient and reliable service. I think traditionally in Malaysia, there's 2 ways that people go about home renovation. The first being going to a personal interior designer where you customize everything from scratch. That can be a really costly process, and not everyone can afford that. The second method would be what I call the DIY method. That's where homeowners would do all the shopping themselves. They would curate all the subcontractors, micromanage everything.
That would not be me, okay.
Traditionally and popularly IKEA. But this can be a time-consuming process. So where we position ourselves at BuildEasy is in the middle ground. What we're saying is that you can have ID quality designs, convenience of project management, yet at an affordable price.
Okay, and is there a favorite home or project that you worked on that is, now a benchmark for all your other projects?
Right. On a personal level and what I have managed, it would have to be the one that I actually completed just 2 weeks ago. It was a Soho project that we picked up mid-September. The complication came when the owner was supposed to be flying off to Germany on the October the 2nd. So the question came, can we complete it in time? Should we wait until she comes back? We went through ahead with that. So we started on September 15, completed on October the 1st. October the 2nd, which was a Sunday morning, we were there, we were doing photo shoots. The owner was taking over the keys. And later that night, she flew off. So this is just one of those projects where everything went right.
Okay.
Completed in 2 weeks.
Okay, everything did right. So, so I want to also ask, you have this thing called the BuildEasy Academy.
That's correct. So like I mentioned, everything went smooth sailing for this project. But the question that always arises is, how do we maintain this level of quality across 30, 40, 50 projects? So what we've decided to do is to come up with a BuildEasy Academy in collaboration with Ferroni Tiles and Epic Homes. So what we've done is we've created an academy which is to serve three purposes. One is to create a fixed syllabus for all contractors and project managers. Number two is to create job opportunities for the underprivileged or the school dropouts. And I think the third, which is the most important, is to bring some dignity back to the jobs, such as plumbers, electricians. They shouldn't have to feel like second-class citizens.
To elevate the status. And
exactly. Raising the renovation standard in Malaysia was one of our aims, and we feel like this could go a long way to doing that, as well as maintaining the quality across our projects.
Okay, so I want to talk to, of course, the both of you as well, the biggest challenge in your business so far. I know both of you are in March, just started in March actually. And also, what would you do if you win that money? Azrina Naimuddin from Viva Queen Bee and Erwin Soon from BuildEasy. Stay with us on Open for Business, BFM 89.9.
Bankers, financiers, and moneymakers. BFM 89.9.
It's Open for Business. Frida Liu here, speaking to two of the finalists, two of the 20 finalists for the Alliance Bank SME Innovation Challenge, Azrina Naimuddin from Viva Queen Bee, VQB, and Erwin Soon from BuildEasy. In just building your business, you're both started in March.
Yes.
Or just March, huh? So what has been the challenge so far for you, Azrina?
For me, I think one of the most interesting challenge is that, I guess compared to corporate, is that when I started a business, the idea is pretty much my idea. So I get really personal about it. And when I started the business, I had really strong conviction that this is the most brilliant idea in the world.
Yeah.
So and I guess the challenge is that when I started to actually execute it, there were people who didn't buy the idea and just went to me, went and just think it's meh, like, okay, whatever, So it was a bit of a blow to the ego at first, like, wow, okay, I thought this is the most brilliant idea, and yet some people don't just buy it. Yeah, since sliced bread. So, but how I overcame it is that's when it made me really look into my business model, and really the reason why I started the business, like I shared earlier, was that I saw there was a gap in the market, and there were this group of people that I can really help. And looking at our result, we have attracted this group of people that we really wanted to talk to. So I guess bottom line is, you can't win everyone all the time, but you can definitely win some people and most of the time. So you just need to be really targeted.
You only need some, 6 billion people, 1 billion
exactly,
enough.
So we really just need to be focused and really believe in what we do. Resilience is really the key.
Okay, Erwin?
I think the challenge for us is actually bringing people to realize that the renovation journey can actually be convenient, reliable, and still affordable. I think the sad thing about Malaysia is that everyone has gotten so used to the standard of renovation over here, and we've just kind of accepted that as a norm.
We just accepted bad.
Correct. So what we're trying to do is educate the public that there is another way to do it, and hopefully our academy and along with our SOPs will go a long way to doing that.
Okay, so you guys have obviously something I go through everybody as well. Some training, a CEO chat room. You've had strategic influencing, lean marketing, and presentation impact. So which was most impactful for you? How has that given you new insight into your business?
For me, actually, it was the pitching sessions.
Okay.
To be really honest, because I mean, like I said, having someone, a third eye, I mean, a group of people, industry leaders actually to criticize and openly judge your business, it makes you really put on a realistic hat and really look at your business. I mean, it really made me look at my business and really look at ways how else can I improve this business, how else can I reach out and help out, my consumers that I really wanted to target. So it makes me more conscious about I think it really helped me accelerate my improvement process rather than without having anyone looking in or judging it, because we actually meet the judges every 3 weeks, I think. Without that, I might be a bit complacent, thinking that things are moving along pretty well. So the training actually opened up our eyes, and the pitching session is a reality check that really helped us to catalyze the business.
So
forward.
you're actually being judged, and you have to be thick-skinned and be willing to accept it.
Accept and also open to improving it. Yes, because you are not in your own little bubble anymore. You are out there, and the other one that I really like is networking with the other entrepreneurs. Like Erwin and all that, because then I really learn more things. Like, oh wow, these are the things that they are doing. Why can't I apply that to my business?
Right.
So those are really the key learnings that I have.
And even maybe collaborate down the road.
Yes,
right?
collaboration definitely.
So for you,
For me, I think it was actually during one of the courses, which was Presentation Impact. They screened a video from Simon Sinek, which said, "It's not what you do, it's why you do it," which goes back to us analyzing why we started in the first place. I think it was BuildEasy was created from the realization that the renovation industry was ripe for innovation. Lack of transparency, lack of accountability, lack of quality. These are just some of the common things that everyone faces. So why do we do what we do? Here at BuildEasy, we believe that everyone, rich or poor, young or old, deserve a beautiful home. And the journey to reach that should not be a complicated process. It should not be a horror story. It should actually be an enjoyable process.
and you're right? We do hear a lot of these horror stories.
Absolutely.
So if you win the grand prize of 250,000, what would you do with that money?
Well, if we win the grand prize for vivaqueenbee.com, obviously, like what we mentioned earlier, that we really want to give consumers a peace of mind of purchasing products that are wholesome and good for them. And right now, we only have about 20 odd brands. So with the money, we would like to really give you more options, give the customers, because sometimes a lot of the times what the feedback that we get when we whenever I share with people, oh, you shouldn't be using that lipstick, it has paraben in it, and then they say, oh, but I have no choice, I don't know where else to buy, I'm used to these brands, and all the brands in the market have paraben. So what we really want to do is tell you, hey, you know what, there is a solution to that. You actually have choices, and here are the choices. It's not just one or two brands, it's a lot of brands. So we really want to expand our offerings to really help you choose products that can really that are really wholesome for you. So that's one. And secondly,
Increasing the range,
increasing the range so that customers have more options to purchase. And secondly, we want to improve our customer service, because there's a lot of apps out there where you can immediately connect with the customers, especially in terms of cosmetics. As you know, it's colours. So a lot of the time people want to see, how does this lipstick looks good on me, because I can't see it, it's online.
Yeah.
So we have been we are trying to develop an app where you can actually match a colour to your photos or something like that without having to actually leave your house. So you can actually try the colours, the foundation.
Because that's the thing, people still want to check out the colours and all that.
So now, those are the two key, we believe, innovations that we want to bring in to the table to help our consumers to make a better choice.
And for you, Erwin, that money?
Well, more than the money, I would say it's actually a dream come true. It will be a dream come true for our founder, Yong Ming, who's been dreaming of this for a long time. As for the money itself, a big chunk of that would actually be going towards the academy that I mentioned, the BuildEasy Academy. Secondly, we're looking to improve on our VR and AR technology, whereby our customers are able to visualize the room and space by putting on your VR goggles. That's something that we are working with currently. And third, it would be a matter of talent acquisition. I think that's where the key lies for us. Project management, interior designs, whichever, because we're actually looking to expand by the end of this year, hopefully towards Johor and towards Singapore, where there's a lot of HDB flats, and it would be a very ideal case for us to work with.
Okay, Singapore. Good. World domination, yeah?
Yes.
Thanks for being with us, Azrina Naimuddin from Viva, Queen Bee, and Erwin Soon from BuildEasy. These are two of the finalists for the Alliance Bank SME Innovation Challenge. You've been listening to Open for Business, BFM 89.9.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. To find more great interviews, go to bfm.my or find us on iTunes. BFM 89.9, the business station.
This year, I will chew 117 number 2 pencils.
I will doodle 9 Staples notebooks to death.
When it comes to school supplies, it's guaranteed your kids will go through a lot.
I'll make a whole lot of paper airplanes.
I will lose my backpack.
That's why you get guaranteed savings for back to school at Staples.
I'll give away my last pen to Nathan in math class.
Get guaranteed savings at Staples, and right now, one subject notebooks for just a penny with a $5 purchase. Staples, that was easy. Valid on select SKUs while supplies last. Limit 6, ends 8/25/12.